First this morning from a source in the Leo constellation. In the X-ray and extreme ultraviolet range, solar flaring was dropping yet again. There were simply no active sunspots to speak of, no real new CME concerns. In fact, the incoming coronal hole and plasma filament snaking around behind him present our top space weather watches at our star. Coronal holes look fairly powerful on ISWA. However, we've got alerts right here at Earth, after yet another day of solar wind indicative of the coming solar grand minimum. Wild density bulges as the slow-moving particles bunch up against each other. And of even greater concern, we've slipped into geomagnetic storm. Folks, this is now twice in a row we've seen storm conditions produced with utterly puny space weather. One cannot help but worry about Earth's magnetic shield, as this is uncharacteristic for our planet. If you missed last night's news, we introduced a potential STARWATER breakthrough. We've seen water on brown dwarfs before, but this close to Earth? Oh me, oh my, that's fun. Got some good links for you as well, NASA article on stellar birth, and yet another from the ESA on the death of a star. Let's get back down to Earth, where the United States and Canada have plenty of forest fires, but the blaze in Portugal is getting less attention. It is raging quite significantly, often even blocking out the sun. We've also got a brand new sinkhole in the UK. This Durham opening is growing by the second, we're told. The Iceland volcanoes aren't slipping out of our minds either. Cracks in the ice emerge right above the volcano on watch as the 5-magnitude rumbles continue on the North Atlantic island. This tremor actually rang 1 meter in the 6 range, and that's as high as we've seen. We also had a tremor in the West Pacific hit 6 range on 1 meter, but the official magnitude will be set lower. That area is in uptick, and Guatemala got into the mix this morning as well. Concerns in the Gulf of Mexico about this system getting its act together and forming a tropical storm. It'd be right on the coastline if it happened. Anyway, we've got Marie in the Pacific fading as she runs west, Cristobal in the east, heading for Europe, and with a number of sublows to her east that look suspiciously like what we saw in the Pacific 2 weeks ago, isn't it? Got a low in the central U.S. and a continued flow northward beyond it. While the flash flooding is kept on the eastern convergence of the low, the storms throughout this larger area will not be light, as I found out in Alberta, Canada